All right, we're going to smoke out a couple of hard truths in this next segment. Now, everyone knows cigarettes, they're terrible for you. And smokers know it's very hard to quit. But you know what? There's a new trend out there to try to help smokers. They're called e-cigarettes. We thought we'd filter the information for you with some help from our Dr. Gupta. Okay, here's a little bit of CNN backstory for you. If you're a smoker, and I'm not saying I am, that's where they make you go, okay? But I'm just going to go inside the building, you know. That'd be illegal in most places, but not with this. I'll explain. So, busted by the doctor.
What do you have there?
This is something you gave me. So, what is this now? This is an e-cigarette. Watch this. You see that? It's not smoke, though, is it?
So what did that taste like? Was that?
It doesn't taste much like anything. A little chemical, maybe, but yeah.
That's nicotine.
That's nicotine.
You know, it's interesting. So they're selling thousands of these, about $100 a pop.
Wow.
But you get a lot of cartridges with it, about 150 puffs, which they say is the equivalent to a cigarette.
Okay.
Or a pack of cigarettes, 150 puffs. What's it?
But what is it? I mean, but it's not. It looks like a cigarette.
Yeah, it looks like
on television, but
battery-powered device. Essentially, it just has a nicotine in it. When you puffed on it, you got that nicotine vapor, which is supposed to be the same thing, sort of like having the patch or the gum,
right?
Giving a little bit of the nicotine fix.
It's a delivery system.
It's a delivery system to help you stop smoking. Now, what's interesting is that people don't really inhale nicotine alone. They do the patch and the gum. It's the first time you can get nicotine quite like this.
Right.
Number one. Number two is no one really knows, is this a drug? Is this a device? So the FDA is still not quite sure how to weigh in on this thing.
The authorities here in the United States, the Drug Administration.
The Food and Drug Administration. And the World Health Organization, incidentally, sort of say the same thing. They're not quite sure about these. They think more testing should be done.
But the argument is, I guess, for the people who make this, is that you're getting the nicotine, but you're not getting all the other stuff you'd be getting in a cigarette.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where everybody knows smoking is bad for you.
Yes.
And so this is better than that.
Right.
Doing nothing at all would be even better than that. You know, how much of a problem would just inhaling nicotine have on you? It might cause your heart rate to increase. It might cause you to have some stomach upset.
Right.
This thing, incidentally, has a little battery in here, and it regulates how much nicotine you can inhale. And if you're puffing on it all the time, the battery will kick off for a while, so you can't take too much nicotine in as well.
Oh, I see.
It also has a little car charger. You can actually charge this thing in your car in case you're driving along and you feel like you're starting to run low on your battery charge. You just charge it right back up.
And so what's the downside? Is it a sense among some of the authorities that they just don't know enough about it?
Yeah, I think that's probably it. And the World Health Organization is looking at this right now, and they're saying what we would prefer is that we would like to see some more human testing on nicotine being inhaled.
Right.
We know how it gets absorbed across the skin. We know how you can chew gum, how that works. Inhaling it, what does that do in the long run?
Right,
But, you know, I think as you're alluding to, it's a lesser of a couple of evils.
Yeah.
Smoking cigarettes with all the carcinogens and all that obviously work.
One of the other things with smokers is it's the action, isn't it? It's the movement.
Yes.
And that's what this is about as well.
Well, it's so interesting because you have the cigarette, it's the oral fixation. A lot of people say that's anxiety.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting, if you look at a lot of the medications to help stop smoking, they're actually anti-anxiety drugs.
Right.
So they take away the anxiety that you start to develop if you don't have a cigarette in your hand all the time.
Well, there you go. A little bit of a backstory.
By the way, since the last time you still haven't come by and visited.
I know, for the face-to-face thing.
Like we do now. We can only do this on television.
And we were emailing yesterday again. God, we've got to do that. Okay. Good to see you, man.
All right, man.
Thanks.
Stay healthy.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed this report on electronic cigarettes. We have an exclusive offer for you. Get a free kit and try the electronic cigarette today. Go to www.freeoffersforyou.com/e-cigarette and enter your data. This offer will end soon. Don't waste any more time. Click the link below right now.